This is Edward mango. It's another Florida variety. It's a great mango and appreciated by people from all over the world. In the early 20th century, Edward Simmons, who was in charge of the USDA's Tropical Plant Introduction Facility in Miami, Florida, became convinced that crossing Indochinese mangoes with Indian mangoes could produce superior tasting, disease-resistant varieties. He began selecting seedlings which he believed were a cross between these two basic types of mangoes. One of the many seedlings that he planted at his home in Miami became his favorite mango from this project. Pedigree analysis in 2005 indicated that it was likely a Haden seedling. The variety was described and named in the late 1930s by David and Tom Sturrock. Edward trees are vigorous and large and have moderately dense canopies. This variety has some resistance to anthracnose. Young trees usually produce very few fruit. Production usually improves as trees age. Edward is a consistent but not a heavy producer. So this is an Edward drop. They've been actually dropping even greener than this. This is beautiful right now, but of course it has a bruise. So we need to pick whatever fruit before this stage. And this tree seems to have 2 crops on it right now, and very few are large. So it's the end of the first crop, so I've got a goal of picking the large fruit. Edward I just picked. Nice dry stem. So skin is fairly smooth. So that's should ripen up fine. So let's pick some Edward. This one is starting to color up, has a brown stem, and a lot of times you see these from the ground and they're way up in the tree, so you also want to make sure that this is very developed on the point. This one I'm going to pick. It does look like the skin is pretty smooth, and it's unusual this year to have them have this much color on the tree before they drop, so better to pick it now. This one is very similar. It doesn't have as much color on the top, has a brown stem close to the fruit, fairly smooth skin. Edward skin doesn't often get completely smooth, so this one should ripen fine off the tree also. Now there's this other one up here, and that is looking, the point is looking a lot greener than the rest of the fruit. So I think that this could stay on the tree for another day or two. It's pretty full. The stem is sort of a yellowish brown, but it's the bottom of the fruit that is the reason why I'm leaving it on the tree right now. So here are the ones that we just picked, that's the word. So anyway, this one has more color. This one has a little bit of color developing. And both look like they're going to be delicious. Edward mangoes normally ripen in June and July. The fruit typically weigh between 1 pound and 1.5 pounds. Its yellow skin often has an orange or a reddish blush. Edward is a soft, fiberless mango. Its flesh is sweet and juicy and often has a rich, complex flavor with a hint of orange. Tasting evaluations rate Edward as excellent.